A woman turned her husband and his mistress into barbecue. Even with the police surrounding her, she didn't panic at all. Her unnatural calm and obsession quickly made her the top dog in prison. But she never expected that soon someone even tougher would show up. Her name was Keiko. She used to be a normal, happy high schooler. Young and naive, she got caught up in a bad relationship, got pregnant, and then got dumped by her boyfriend. Afraid her family would find out, she turned to a teacher who'd always had a soft spot for her. What she didn't know was that this teacher, kind on the outside, was a creep on the inside. One day, he targeted a boy from a rich family, killed him, then used a pre-recorded video to demand ransom. But when the cops came, Keiko walked into the station and confessed to everything. The detectives, who'd been on the job for years, could tell she wasn't the real killer, but they couldn't find the real one. And with all the pressure from the public, they rushed to close the case. On the way to the crime scene to reconstruct what happened, Keiko looked up at the hill across the way. The teacher was standing there, holding a baby. None of this was what she wanted. She took the blame. To protect her daughter, to make her confession look real, when they reenacted the crime, she made herself look as vicious as possible. At the end, she even took off her mask on purpose, so everyone would remember her as the one who did it. Keiko was sentenced to 13 years. At first, she let go of all her toughness. She spent her days crying, drowning in sadness. All she could think about was whether the teacher would keep his promise and leave her daughter alone. A pastor saw her on the news. This fragile, helpless woman. He thought there might be more to the story, so he went to visit her in prison out of kindness. When he took her hand to comfort her, her expression suddenly changed. It was like she made a decision right then. From that day on, Keiko was a different person. She took care of the older inmates, donated a kidney to another inmate, and even nursed the prison boss back to health after she got hurt. But no one knew that everything she did was part of a carefully planned strategy. Her good behavior got her sentence reduced. A few years later, she got out early. On the day she was released, light snow fell. She wore the same dress she'd been arrested in. The pastor was waiting outside the gate. He handed her a piece of tofu, a symbol of starting fresh. She slapped it out of his hand. She hadn't spent all those years planning and waiting just to start over. She was going to take back everything that had been taken from her.